So thinking about barriers that stop Americans travelling, what have you seen in terms of the research that highlights that?
We surveyed 1,000 Americans from a nationally representative sample of people who travel for leisure, and we talked to them about international issues, how they feel about traveling abroad, and it turns out that about a third of American leisure travelers will go overseas or to Canada or Mexico in a 2-year period. So in the last 2 years, about 32% of Americans have gone abroad. Interestingly, though, when we asked them about their interest and their likelihood of traveling in the future, in the next 2 years, almost 50% said they were likely or very likely to go abroad, indicating there's a real kind of a pent-up demand for overseas travel, but something's keeping them from doing it. And when we asked a follow-up question about reasons why they didn't travel more than they did, the top reason was, of course, money. About 75% said that financial concerns had kept them from going abroad in the past 2 years. This is much higher than what we see domestically, where it turns out to be about 50% for domestic travel. And the second thing that kept people from traveling abroad was safety. About 40% of Americans said either general safety concerns or fear of terrorism had kept them from going abroad in the past 2 years. This is much, much higher than when we look at the domestic markets in general, about 5%. Typically, when we track this every 6 months, we'll say that safety had kept them from traveling somewhere in the past year. So obviously safety and money are on people's minds when they're looking at going abroad and keeping them from traveling.